Coin collecting, one of my passions. Grew up as a paper boy, became a collector instantly, thanks to my grandfather, and lucky, able to actually work in the industry my entire life. It's like playing with coins for a living. It's a lot of fun, and I thank you for, well, at least the opportunity to spend a few minutes with you a couple days a week just talking about this lovely category. But we have our favorites, right? But inside of all of our favorites, whether it's a Morgan, whether it's a Peace, whether it's a Franklin, are the category of errors, the oops coins. The Morgan dollar has the 82 over S, right? It has the hot lips, it has the alligator eye, right? Well, one of my favorite series is the Franklin series, short 16 years, and there's one fun, crazy error, and it's finally back in stock. The 1955 Bugs Bunny error. PC tonight, certified blast whites, 4 grade. Yeah, and at $149.95, outright crazy price. Now, a couple of things first of all. All of your coins will look like this. I can't tell you how many phone calls we get a week with friends of ours saying, hey, I got a bunch of bugs, would you like them? And it's like, well, show me a picture of the label. Well, the label doesn't have it on it, but I know it's a bugs. It's like it costs an extra $10 to have the word Bugs Bunny put on the holder. FS401 is the technical term for those crazy buck teeth. Rare special. So as that graphic just showed you, we're going to roll through this a couple of times so you won't get a chance to miss it. The regular coin, he has lips like he's supposed to, right? He's human. But basically what happened was the front and the back, the dies, hit each other with no planchant or silver piece of metal in between. And as a result, the tail feathers kind of got hooked into and formed right where the lips would be, and now he has these buck teeth. Well, a couple of things. When this was found, the popular cartoon out there was Looney Tunes. And who was the guy with Looney Tunes? Bugs Bunny. And what did he have? 2 big buck teeth. So over time, it got nicknamed the Bugs Bunny error, and now everybody calls it the Bugs Bunny error. The technical term is an FS401, but it's the Bugs Bunny error. And the services all will put that on the coin for a fee. Tonight, all of our coins have that. No questions. It's none of this, trust me. It's there, the way it should be, every time it's seen. Well, the fun story about the Bugs Bunny is the fact that it's on the rarest Franklin period. They made it 16 years, 1948 to 1963. Philadelphia struck all of them. Denver did not strike a 55 or a 56. They struck 14. And early issue San Francisco struck 5, 49, and then 51 to 54. So in 1955, only one coin was made. It was the Philadelphia. Out of the 35 different Franklins, P's, D's, and S's all mixed together. The lowest minted figure was the 1955. So we scrutinized the rarest coin, just like the 1909 SVDB, right? We scrutinized the rarest coin in the series. The 1970 D Kennedy, right? We scrutinize it because it's the rarest coin in the series. By doing that and looking at the grades, because it matters, a 63 to a 64 is big, 64 to a 65 is big, they find this error. And it's obvious to the naked eye. Outright obvious. And that's just the chapter in history. Now, if you look at the numbers, kind of scary when you think about it, right? Being the lowest minted coin, right? We have 2.4 million, almost 2.5 million coins. So it is tiny. I mean, they made over 40 million 63s, right? But here's the number. With the popularity and the fact that it's the rarest or lowest minted figure coin in the first place. In 64 or higher, so 64, 65, 66, all added together, This coin, right? There's only 2,310 of them certified by PCGS. That is it. So now the universe changes. This is not the rarest Franklin, it's the rarest of the rarest Franklin. And tonight it's designated as the FS401, which is the Bugs Bunny, and that is designated on the holder. That graphic will come with the coin, yes. Thank you for asking. But again, it's the buck teeth, and gotta love it. And by the way, it does sound way better than the Elmer Fudd coin, right? Wouldn't that have been funny? But he doesn't have buck teeth, so what am I talking about? Oh well, back to the basics here, right? Love the Bugs Bunny. Now, over the years, we have found the Bugs Bunny error on other years in the series. So collecting the Bugs Bunny is the deal. You want the rarity in the rarity index in a series, it is this one in the Franklin series. Guys, give me a 1 minute clock. I do not sell these in capsules at all. Won't do it. Again, you can see it, it's obvious, but I've always been under the school of thought, my upbringing in the industry, and what's been beaten into me, and logically, is if it's an error, certify it. Let people know it is. That way there's no question ever of what you're talking about. It's not somebody going to say, well, that's a weak strike versus a strong strike. They only certify strong strikes. Never a question mark. It is what it is. And tonight, with only 2,310 known in the world, certified in the last 40 years, that's all they have. For comparison's sake, you want to hear a crazy comparison? The 2019 S Enhanced Reverse Proof Silver Eagle, the rarest Silver Eagle of all time. And I know I say this 2 or 3 times a show, right? 30,000 coins were struck. There are 10,000 of them known in 70 holders. And it's a $3,500 coin. This coin's 3/4 of a century years old, and there's 2,310 of them. This nice. And it's 149 bucks. Well, at least here. The competition's $279. So I'd recommend you buy here. I would love that. Why don't you do that? Pick up the phone, give us a call, all right? Time to be moving on.